So whether 1 second. Oh, okay. So this is simply the topic, the course name, the digital communication. Okay. So now come to the syllabus of this communication system. So if you see the green portion, so this portion, this portion especially. So you already read this portion in the last semester. The analog pulse modulation, sampling theorem. Yeah, here is slightly different. The band pass signal. So in last semester we just discussed the low pass signal, low pass filter to reconstruct the filter after the sampling. So here we use another filter which is band pass filter, band pass signal in fact, and then pulse amplitude modulation. All of you read the pulse amplitude modulation generation. Now here in again the generation and demodulation. So this is the new thing. So we already read the basics of the pulse amplitude, what is pulse amplitude modulation, how we can actually looks like the pulse amplitude modulation. So in this syllabus, in this course, so we will see how we can generate and demodulate the pulse amplitude modulation, like we did for the amplitude modulation and frequency modulation. Then again the time division multiplexing system, pulse position modulation, and again generation and demodulation. So we will discuss some circuits which will be useful to generate the pulse position modulation, pulse width modulation, and the in detail analysis of spectra of pulse modulated signal. Then noise analysis, signal to noise ratio of the pulse modulated system, and then the waveform coding. All of you know, basically the digital communication system basically works in uh, uh, basically in three blocks. One is the source, the second is sampling, the third is your quantization, or in fact the sampling, quantization, and after that you have the pulse code modulation, or which we say the digital signal. So we will discuss again these terminology or these things in detail. Then the delta modulation, this also you read in your last semester. We will again discuss this delta modulation in detail. Adaptive delta modulation, why we need these delta and adaptive delta modulation. And then design of these systems and performance. The next is pulse shaping. The pulse shaping is very important. So all of you know, when we send the digital pulse, so the shape of the digital pulse will not remain the same as at the input side. So that will change. So we will see how we can regenerate the same shape which we have at the input side. So we will see that. Then Nyquist criteria for ISI, intersymbol interference. So all of you know the Nyquist criteria, the sampling theorem. So we will use that to realize the intersymbol interference. So actually intersymbol interference is, so when you transmit the digital pulse, so that pulse is in terms of the symbols. Okay. So sometime what happen, because of the noise, the symbol will change, or the coding will change. Like if you have 0 1 1 0, and after the transmission you will have 0 0 1 0. So if you see there is a change in the bit 1 and 0. So how we can improve this using Nyquist criteria? This will see in the the zero intersymbol interference. Then signaling, uh, the binary pulses, eye diagram. Again, eye diagram is also to see the noise performance. And after looking these things, we will see how we can equalize this noise Actually, some people are still joining. Okay, so this is the basics. The green portion, most of the portion of this green portion you already discussed in the last semester. We already discussed in the last semesters. So we will again relook this green portion in detail. Okay. Now come to the second. So this syllabus is divided into three sections. One is the basics, which we already discussed in the last semester, digital uh, form of modulation. And the second is signal space. Again, the second portion is more mathematical as compared to the first section. So in this case, we will see the signal space concept, geometric structure of the signal space, L2 space, normalization, inner product, orthogonality. And again, come to the match filter. Match filter, if you remember, match filter and this reconstruction filter is used in the delta and adaptive delta modulation. So again, we will look in detail here. Again, the intersymbol interference is here. Again, we will see intersymbol interference in detail. Why this happen and why what we can do to do minimize intersymbol interference. Then another theorem of orthogonalization process is Gram-Schmidt. We will see in detail. Then there are some match filter with correlation receivers. So that will cover in this actually the second portion. Uh, I just mention here this second portion is more mathematically as compared to the first portion. Okay, so we will see this in mathematical form, mathematically, and discuss in detail. And the third portion is very important. So if you see, there are two methods for the modulation. One is the analog modulation, another is the digital modulation. So in analog modulation, you already did the amplitude modulation. You just change the amplitude of the carrier with respect to the message signal. So this is your amplitude modulation. But in case this is amplitude, this is analog modulation. So when we discuss the digital modulation, so in digital modulation, we have the carrier is pulse and the message signal is also your some digital form. So what will we do? So in digital modulation, in third section, actually I'm talking third section, this section. So in digital modulation schemes, so we will do the similar kind of modulation as we done for the amplitude modulation and frequency modulation. So we just change the amplitude of the binary, or we change the amplitude or the phase and frequency of the digital signal with actually we change the amplitude and frequency and phase of the carrier with respect to the modulating signal. Now here, both modulating signal and the carrier both are digital form. So this is again the similar kind of modulation as we read the analog modulation. So the only difference is here. So both the signal, message signal or modulating signal or carrier, both are in digital form. So this will again we will discuss in detail. So this is very interesting, and as compared to the second section, it is actually it's comparatively easy. So you will understand in actually is in easy way. So here we will discuss the ASK. ASK is nothing but it's like amplitude modulation. So ASK means A for amplitude, S for shift key, amplitude shift key. So here the amplitude of the carrier is actually changing with respect to the amplitude with message signal. So message signal is here digital in digital form, carrier is also in digital form. Another is FSK. FSK means frequency shift key. So it's quite similar to the frequency modulation. And PSK. PSK is quite similar to the phase shift modulation, phase modulation. So now here is PSK means phase shift key modulation. MSK. So these are the extended form of these FSK, MSK, and generalized form GMSK. MSK is generally used in the digital communication system, and we sometimes we say it's M array scheme. M array means when we use 2-bit binary. So that is your binary modulation or digital modulation. When you use more than 2-bit, so we generalize it's a M array scheme. Again, then we will use some mathematical formulation. What will be the effect if the bit change? So then we can predict which bit is changed after the transmission. So that can be predicted with the probability of error of different actually different schemes. So using probability, which bit can be changed at the receiver, so that we can recover that bit by adding some redundancy signal. So that can be done. So this is some actually using probability theorem, we can just predict the missing bit, and that missing bit can be added at the receiver. So this is the basics of your this is the syllabus of your digital communication. So in summary, so the digital communication is divided into three sections. One is the basics, which we already discussed in the last semester. Second is more mathematical, which is related to some mathematical theorem or some orthogonality inner product. So we will discuss that portion in detail. And the third is again, it's like the analog modulation, digital modulation scheme. So the syllabus, we will, when we start discussing, when we start this class in detail. So first we will cover the analog pulse modulation, then the mathematical portion of this, and then third is the digital schemes. So this is the summary of your syllabus, or in fact this is the total syllabus. And now come to the textbook. So for this syllabus I am going to use three books. So one is the Simon Hackins, which is communication system. Actually, this Simon Hackins is there are two books of Simon Hackins. One is the digital communication. The name is the digital communication. Another is the communication system. So if you remember in the last semester, so we use this book, the communication system. So then if you see, the sum of the portion is already covered in that book. So if anybody wants to discuss in detail, so that they can go digital communication system book of Simon Hackins. Okay, so this is one book. Another interesting book is B. Pilati, Modern Digital and Analog Communication. And the third book is here. I'm going to use, there is no Prokis. Okay, so Scalar, digital communication. These three books. So my request, all of you, please download these three books, and we will discuss these three books in whatever the course I'm going to cover. So that will be from these three books. Okay. So this is about your basically syllabus and your course. Now come to the marking scheme. How we are going to mark or judge all of you. So there are actually, all of you know, the end semester examination is fixed for the 50%. And the rest of the 50% we will have to we have to mark on all of your performance, and that performance can be judged through either assignment. So we will take more assignments and some quiz, some test, so that will cover the 50%. So this is, I don't know what will be the status of the mid sem 1 or mid sem 2. So if the university open, then I don't know exactly, we can go for that also. But now uh, we will just take the quiz and assignments and some practicals. Okay. So for practical, we will go the MATLAB, Scilab, and PSpice using three modes. So we will do the practicals. Okay. Anyone? Is there any clarity, any confusion? Please ask. So this is about your syllabus. Then we will just give the basics of your this. syllabus.
Sir, the other teachers are taking mid-sims. The first mid-sim to be held in starting of October and the second one in the starting of November.
Right, Anmol. Actually, if the mid-sem happen, then I will also take. So it depend on the situation. I don't know exactly whether we are taking online or in the offline mode. So, so there is still some confusion.
Okay.
Badal.
So will you be providing the video lectures after the class, or like uploading the video lectures on the Google
Uh,
Classroom?
yeah, I will try. I will try. And in fact, I will provide my notes also. The
Okay.
notes is actually handwritten. So I am using more than 3 books. The notes basically from the more than 3 books, and that notes, in my opinion, that is sufficient. And I also try to upload some video also. So that will
Okay.
also help you. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Anyone? So that Deepak, Ishan, anyone? Uh, any question? Any? Then I will start just introduction of the digital communication. Maharishi.
Yes, sir. No questions, sir.
Okay. In last time you were actually asking, sir, we just doing the theory. So this
Yes, sir.
semester, this semester you will do lot of mathematics, and
Okay, sir.
you will realize in real sense what is actually communication, and you will feel. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Ishan,
Yes, sir.
any question? Any? Uh,
No, sir. None.
okay. Where is Chamanpreet?
Yes, sir. Good
Any
morning, sir.
question? Good
No,
morning,
sir.
Chaman.
No, sir.
Acha. Okay. So then, anyone, please, I just mentioned 2 or 3 names. Anyone, if any doubt, any query, please ask. So I just discuss your syllabus. So syllabus is covered, will be covered in 3 sections. The one is the basic of digital communication, which we already did in your last semester. So in this semester, we will discuss in more detail. Rest of the things are the same. The basic concept and basic theory are same, but we will use some mathematics, some numericals to deal that the first portion. Okay. So this is the new thing, and the second portion is more related to the mathematics, the total theory of actually communication theory of math in mathematics. And the third is it's quite easy, and it's similar to the low amplitude modulation, analog modulation like amplitude of frequency. So we will see the ASK, FSK, these are the same, and you will understand in easily. Easy. Dhirendra, any question?
No, sir. Please go ahead.
Okay. So, Banot,
No,
okay,
sir. No question.
okay. So again, okay.
Sir,
So
could
I
you
am,
please
yeah,
discuss
please.
the weightage of mid-sems and the end semesters? Like end semesters is 50%, but how are you going to divide the mid-sems?
Okay, like in last semester. So I just break into 25 and 25. So 25% for your assignment and 25% for mid sem 1. So I don't actually, it depend on the mid-sem 1 or mid-sem 2 whether they will happen or not. If they will happen, then we will do that. But the assignment marks is around, we will try, we will use, actually we will divide into 25% for the assignment and 25% rest of the like quiz and mid-sem. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so 25% is fixed for the your assignments, and 25% in mid-sem. Whether in mid-sem 1 is happen or not, I don't know exactly. So that will come into the quiz and some quiz and some test. If mid-sem 1 is not happen, or that situation is there. So then we will use some test and quiz to mark. Okay. Anyone?
Sir,
Good.
as you
Chaman.
told that we are going to use PSpice and MATLAB, so
Mhm.
uh,
The Scilab
would there
also.
be any marks for that?
Right. So that will come into the assignment portion, Chaman. So that will come into the assignment portion. And in fact, one portion of the assignment is fixed to the your practical. So the most of the practical is based on the Scilab. Whether we have MATLAB license, I don't know exactly. School is going to purchase that MATLAB. If we don't have MATLAB license, then we will do all the experiment in Scilab and the PSpice. Okay. And
Yes, yes, sir.
there is some actually the fix that will come into the assignment section. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Anyone? So this is your first class. Actually, we will discuss anything if you have regarding the query of marks and how we can go this. We will cover this syllabus. What will be the portion of the practical? What will be the theory? So you can ask. Okay. So now I'm just introducing the subject, and for this introduction, so I'm just sharing one basic screen. Okay. Uh, yeah. No. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So my screen is visible, all of you? Anyone? Dhirendra, can you give answer? Can you reply?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
It
sir.
is.
Sorry, actually, I don't have a scanner. So just I scan with my mobile, and this quality is very bad. So this is my handwritten notes. So the question is, why digital? So I need from all of you, from your sides. Anyone? Isan, can you give some answers? Why we go for digital
Sir,
communication?
digital mein we're dealing with binary digits, so it's easier to work around with them instead of an analog signal.
Okay, this is
In
one.
digital signals we have like continuous levels of amplitude or signals in general.
What do you mean by continuous level? Continuous level? I'm
As
not
in,
understanding.
it's generally a square signal, right? So that's what I mean. It's easier to work around with signals like that.
Okay. Anyone? So this is one thing. See, just saying. So in digital communication, the control of the digitals or is easy as compared to the analog. So this is one reason, and still people are joining. Oh. Anyone another? So as you can see here, I just mentioned 3 points, more than 3 points. One is digital signal can be easily regenerated. So as Ishan already mentioned this, so we can play, we can do manipulation in case of digital signal as compared to the analog. Because if you see, in case of digital, you have actually you can do some manipulation or something with the help of the computer, because the data is in the digital form. While in case of analog, there is no data, access data, but in case of digital, you have data. So using digital signal processing, so you can do some actually manipulation or some control on the digital signal. So this is one of the main advantage. So like take one example. I'm just trying to write. Actually, I'm not habitual of this pad. So I'm just writing. Okay. Suppose. Sorry. Okay. इसको- Okay. So suppose this is your transmitter. Oh. Okay. इसको कैसे- Okay. Now this is your transmitter, and somewhere is your receiver. So if you see some 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0. So this is the signal, or this is the code word, or these are the bits. So you want to send to the receiver, or to the to the receiver. So what will happen when this signal will travel in the free space or atmosphere? So what will happen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me see anyone. K Ram, where is K Ram? K Ram.
Sir.
So are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So do you know why the digital communication is preferred over analog communication?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Aniket. Aniket.
सर
हेलो
मैं
यस
थोड़ा
सर
सा लेट आया था, आप बता सकते हैं क्या वेरी
हाँ हाँ
कंसाइज करके?
अच्छा दक्ष सॉरी मैं अनिकेत से पूछता फिर मैं दोबारा बताऊँ अनिकेत
ओके
कैन यू
यस
जस्ट इलेबोरेट कैन यू जस्ट एक्सप्लेन व्हाई द डिजिटल कम्युनिकेशन इज preferred over
सर
analog communication, just give one or 2 points.
सर मैं भी थोड़ा लेट आया था प्लीज आप एक बार
Okay, so I will again tell you that the main thing is okay कहाँ गया? See, this is actually very it's not good writing. And you see, here is this is your transmitter TX, and here is receiver, and you want to send this code, this word. So this is digital digital word or code word. We say this is digital word. So 0 1 1 0 1 1 0. So when you transmit this code, so that will transmission will only possible actually wireless transmission. Wireless transmission is only possible. The signal will go to the atmosphere or free space, then to the receiver. So all of you know the free space or atmosphere have some many things which will actually disturb or which will interfere with this digital signal, and that will change the bit. So you can see at the receiver you will receive 0 1 0 0 1 1 0. So here you can say this bit actually altered, this bit changed from 1 to 0. So what will we do in case of digital communication? By using some digital processing technique or writing some program or adding some redundancy signal like 1 0 1 1 adding, so you will recover or resonate the original signal. So in case of analog system, this is not possible. So that in case of analog, you have to place some another circuit to remove the noise or everything. So in digital communication, this task, this becomes very easy. So that is why the digital communication is preferred over the analog communication. Another, the cost is less of the digital communication system compared to the analog. And the noise interference, you can say noise interference is also very less in case of digital communication. That is why we prefer the digital communication. Okay, Dax and Aniket.
Yes, sir.
secure होगा.
Okay, so these are the basic things. Okay, now come to the it's another interesting thing. And what is another more important thing in digital communication? So I will take the help of this example. So what will happen? Suppose you want to send, okay, again, I will make some figure. Okay. So suppose you have this pulse. So this is the input pulse. Input pulse or the source. Okay, the source. And this is at transmitter. And somewhere it's here is receiver. So what will happen? So if you see, the waveform is changing its shape and the pulse width also. So you can see this is the shape and this is the width. So here is this is original pulse. Okay, and we just want to send this signal to the transmitter. So what will happen? So here is the free space or some atmospheric condition. So the shape of the signal will change. So sometime the amplitude decrease and the width also. And when it reaches to the receiver, so there is no signal. So there is very small signal. You can say it's very small amplitude of digital pulse. Okay, so the signal almost lost. So what will happen in case of digital? So you can simply by placing some here, something here, which we call digital amplifier, or doing some DSP, digital signal processing. So if we have very small amplitude, so this amplitude has the information. So the information is not lost. So if the amplitude becomes very low, so this means this signal has information, but this amplitude, you by using this amplitude you cannot generate the information. So what will we do? We use some digital amplifier here, or some DSP, digital signal processing, doing using computer, so we can regenerate this signal. So this is it's you can do in easy manner. It's easily very easy. So when you do this similar kind of things in case of analog, it's very difficult. So okay, now I'm showing that pulse. See, so this is one thing. So what will happen when the signal propagate in the space, or from transmitter to the receiver? So the pulse degradation, the pulse shape will degrade, and the regeneration is easy in case of digital as compared to the analog. This is one of the advantage. So what will happen? Why the pulse degrade? So there are two methods of two important things which will degrade the pulse. One, generally, if you have a there are two type of actually what we call, there are two type of transmission possible. So okay, so you can send signal from transmitter to the receiver. Okay. Using okay. Using transmission line, or using free space. Free space we already discussed. It's a wireless communication. Okay, so in transmission line, the transmission line is basically it's like a conductor. It has two conductor. One is the main conductor, other is the ground conductor. So the transmission line is coaxial connector, maybe coaxial connector, or two-wire transmission line. So what will happen when the signal or digital signal passes through the transmission line or through the space? So the signal degrade, the shape of the signal and the amplitude of the signal degrade, because there are so many losses. Like in case of transmission, there is conductor loss, dispersion loss. Similar in case of free space, there are so many gases which will affect the shape of the wave. So that is why okay, 1 second. So okay, yeah. So this is the example of the original pulse, at distance 1. So you can see the original pulse is here at distance 1, and when it goes to the distance 2, so there is some distortion. So now you can see the amplitude and the waveform, the pulse shape will change, and distance 3, again the signal degraded, and at distance 4 the almost signal will degrade, but it has some information. So this is small information you can recover by using some amplification or doing some DSP. So this is the original signal you can receive, you can regenerate. Okay, so these I just mentioned the transmission line and the circuits. So these will degrade the pulse shape and some electrical noise and other interference. So to make immune to these effects, so we can easily recover in case of digital communication. This is the example of why the digital communication is preferred over the analog circuit. And one thing is here, the digital amplifier will recover the original pulse or regenerated, and the circuit that perform this function are called regenerative repeater. Remember this. So we say the name is regenerative repeater. So at some distance, at here, between this original the recovered pulse and this degraded pulse, we just place some regenerator or some amplifier or some digital signal processing unit to recover the original signal. Okay, so this is how the digital signal, how the pulse affected because of the atmospheric noise or some you can say it's some kind of the transmission loss of the line. So you can easily recover in case of the digital communication. So this slide actually anyone any query regarding this waveform transmission from the transmitter to the receiver? Badal?
Sir. No, sir.
Okay. Arvind? अरविंद नहीं है क्या? ओके, अच्छा, आदित्य साई कमल?
Sir, no queries, sir.
Okay, so you are getting how the pulse shape is changing when it moves through the transmission line or free space, and how you can recover using the digital signal processing or some regenerative circuits or some amplifier. So this is the simplest example of the digital communication. You can easily recover or regenerate the signal at the receiver side. Okay, I hope all of you understand up to this. This is just basics. This is just basic of the digital communication system. Okay. Now come to the another interesting thing. So this is the basic building block diagram of the digital communication system. Okay, so is this diagram visible to all of you? Anyone?
Yes, sir, it's visual.
Okay, so the first block diagram is basically this one. Yeah, this is your information source or input transducer. Okay, so I will explain you what is this actually, information source and input transducer. So because the circuit, this block diagram is for the digital communication. So at the input side means here we need the digital signal. We need here digital signal. The digital signal means 101010, or we say this is your digital word. Okay, so what this this building block, actually this block has the sampler, which will convert to the sample, and then quantizer, and then encoder. Okay, so one second. Yeah, so we can write this is the first is sampler, quantizer, and encoder. So this first block has these three. So it's a combination of sampler, quantizer, encoder. So now before going to the source encoder and channel encoder and digital modulator, I just want to know what is sampler. Anyone?
सर जो सैंपल कर देता है एक
Yeah, good. So that yeah, already with this portion we already discussed. Sampler means the sampling. So what will it do? So that will do simply the sampling of, or the continuous signal is break into the samples. The continuous signal change into the sample. Okay, now the next is quantizer. Anyone? What is quantizer?
सर जो 0 या 1 में कन्वर्ट कर देता है एक
Okay, so if you see in case of sample, you just split the signal or in terms of time. So now next we will have to do some discretization, and this discretization can be done in two ways. One is the time discretization. You already done that with the help of sampler. So you just split the signal with respect to the time T1, T2, T3, or TS1, TS2, 2TS, 3TS, 4TS. This is sampling. And quantization again do the discretization, but this discretization do in terms of amplitude. So that will assign some amplitude to the sample. So like if you have this is the signal like this, and in case of sampling, you just sample, you just change this continuous. This is your continuous wave, and this is your sample. So you just using the sampler, you just convert this continuous wave into the sample. So now the samples are coming at TS, 2TS, 3TS. So TS is the sampling period, time period. Okay. So these sampling coming. Now you see this discretization. This discretization, you just make this continuous signal into the discrete signal with respect to the time. But what is happening to the amplitude? So see, the amplitude is here, something is here, something is here, something is here. So in quantization, you give some value. Suppose this is your 2, 4. You just assign some value to these sample. So that will do with the help of quantization. This already you already did in this in the last semester. So with the help of quantization, we do the discretization of the amplitude, and discretization of the time is already done with the of sampler, and this sampler is done with the with respect to the sampling theorem. All of you know this, so I will discuss this again. And the third one is the encoding. So all of you know the quantization. Again, quantization you can do in two ways. One is the non-uniform quantization, another is the uniform quantization. So you already seen that type of quantization. Okay. And then third is the encoding. You just give this specific value. Suppose this is your 4, so you give this 4 is 1 and this 2 is 0. Okay. So you just specify, okay, the highest amplitude of the signal is we just representing digital 1, and the minimum is which is less than 2 or 3 or 2, we just represent 0. So that signal, the now this total signal you can represent 0 1 0 1. So this is your pulse code modulation. So this we already discussed in the last semester. So what is happening here, this digital communication system, if you see, so this first block diagram, so this is giving some form of 10101. So digital word. Okay. All of you getting this thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyone, if anyone feel any doubt, so you just ask me. So this is the first building block diagram, which will do the actually which will giving the message signal. A message is in terms of digital. So you can see here. Sorry. So this is your message, and message is in terms of the digital word. Okay, so this is the first block diagram of the digital communication, and first block diagram is giving the digital word. Now what we have to do, we have to transmit this signal. So here if you see, this is your transmitter and this is your channel. Channel is what? Your free space. Oh. Your free space or your atmosphere. So we have to understand these the 4 block diagram. So these 4 block diagram are very important to understand the basics of digital communication. So first is simply the things which we already discussed in the last semester: sampler, quantization, encoder. So after doing the sampling, quantization, encoding, you will have the digital word. So now this digital word will go to the source encoder. Okay, so what will this source encoder will do? Okay, so this again or in fact, sorry, I forget to tell you thing. So the information, actually the message signal is not here. So here is the discretized word or discretized signal. Discretize means a discretization in sorry. So discretization in amplitude and time. So you have the discretization here in amplitude and time. So source encoder do the encoding, and in fact here is the message signal. Sorry, I forget, actually I just tell this is wrong, but the message signal is here. So that will give the message word. So the now you have the message word, which is in terms of digital 10101. That signal goes to the channel encoder, and the channel encoder is used or to control or give some redundancy. Redundancy means actually this is the word. So this redundancy, why we use this actually channel encoder. So channel encoder is used basically, if you remember, when the signal transmit from here, suppose this is 101, the signal transmit from here, this is 101, and because of this channel the signal becomes 1 1. So this bit will actually change because of this channel or some interference in the free space. So this bit will change. So here the channel encoder adds some redundancy pulse, redundancy signal. So this channel encoder adds a redundancy signal, and that redundancy signal will helpful to remove this error. So if there is no channel encoder, so you will receive this 111, but we already adding some signal here. So that channel redundancy, because of this channel redundancy signal here, so you will get exact signal here 101 after traveling in the free space. So there is no effect on what we call the interference or some transmission line. So that is why we use the channel encoder. So now things again understand. So this first block diagram has the sampler quantization encoder. So that will discretize both amplitude and time. So you have the signal discretized time and amplitude here. The source encoder will change into the digital word 10101, and the channel encoder is used to add some redundancy signal, redundancy bit, so that when the signal travel through the free space, there is no effect of the interference or some noise. And this digital modulator, so digital modulator is simply as I just mentioned, this is your ASK, amplitude shift key, frequency shift key. So these two modulator, it's like the amplitude modulation. ASK means amplitude modulation, FSK means frequency modulation. So in amplitude modulation and a frequency modulation is the analog modulation, but ASK is the digital modulation, and FSK is also frequency shift key digital modulation. So instead of analog modulation, we are using here digital modulator, and these digital modulators basically is in terms of amplitude shift key, frequency shift key, and phase shift key. So that will translate after doing this digital word to the digital modulation. The signal will transmit it to the free space here, and then that will go to the channel, and after channel you will have the signal here at the receiver. Again, this is digital demodulator. It's a reverse of this digital digital modulator. It's a digital demodulator. So again, you have the pulse here. Again, the channel decoder do the same thing what this channel encoder did. The channel encoder add the redundancy signal to suppress the effect of the noise, but this channel decoder, this extra redundancy which already coming with this signal, just remove that extra redundancy, and this now this you have signal, this is 101, and this source decoder again discretize, and you have the discretize in amplitude and the time, and this output transducer will give you the continuous signal. And this continuous signal, all of you know, is voice or some video. So this is the simple working of the basic of digital communication system. Anyone, any question, please ask.
सर एम्पलीफायर कहाँ लगेगा इसके अंदर जो आपने बताया था, जो सिग्नल को वापस उसमें लिया?
1 second, 1 minute. Amplifier is actually somewhere here, and here, because before of decoder and encoder.
और सर
Actually,
वो रिडंडेंसी तो चैनल डिकोडर निकाल देता है, बट सिग्नल वापस कैसे आता है? मतलब रिडंडेंसी के ऑप्शन ओरिजिनल सिग्नल तो ले आते हैं, बट वो कौन से स्टेप पे आता है?
original signal you will get here, the continuous signal.
Sir,
Actually, the original signal means either the signal is your voice signal or your video signal. Okay.
सर नहीं, मतलब जैसे आपने बताया था ना कि बिट चेंज हो जाती है जब हम चैनल के थ्रू लेके जाते हैं.
हाँ, वो बिट चेंज है ना. एक्चुअली दैट बिट चेंज कैन बी, जैसे मैंने उसमें बताया था ना आपको, ये सी दिस वन. So this is actually degradation of the pulse. Means degradation of pulse means the beat is changing, and you are doing some manipulation, using some DSP, some amplification or regenerative circuits here to regain that same thing. So actually that is done in the channel encoder. तो channel encoder उसमें पहले से ही fix कर देता है the extra something, so that will suppress the effect of the noise. Okay. Okay, so this is anyone, please ask. This is very interesting. Actually, this is the main building block diagram. If you understand this, so you will understand the basics of the digital communication. Because after this, we will discuss each and everything in details.
सर वैसे डिजिटल मॉड्यूलेटर से, डिजिटल डीमॉड्यूलेटर से पहले नहीं लगना चाहिए एम्पलीफायर? आपने कहा था बाद में लगेगा.
हाँ, एम्पलीफायर सॉरी दैट्स एन एक्चुअली एम्पलीफायर का काम है यहाँ पे पल्स को रीगेन करना. सो जैसे कि यहाँ से आपका सिग्नल बीट यहाँ आया और यहाँ पे हम रिडंडेंसी ऐड कर रहे हैं. रिडंडेंसी का मतलब है कि हम वी आर एडिंग समथिंग सो दैट देयर इज नो इफेक्ट ऑन द पल्स. आइदर मे बी वी जस्ट एम्पलीफाई द हायर लेवल ऑफ द सिग्नल or we just adding some extra bit. So we can add here. So after doing this, we can use another amplifier here, because after when the signal transmit in the free space, the signal degraded. Again the signal is degraded. So that signal is not exactly the same, because there are a lot of things in the atmosphere in free space. So if you radiate 1 watt signal, you will receive only 1 in the signal in milliwatt. So you can see the difference. You are radiating watt signal and you are receiving the milliwatt. So we need the amplifier at both the place, here and there. Okay. Anyone? हाँ, पूछो.
सर मेरा एक डाउट था. सर आपने बताया कि सोर्स एनकोडर इज रिस्पांसिबल फॉर इम्पार्टिंग बिट्स, मतलब मैसेज सिग्नल को 1010 वाली फॉर्म देता है. देन व्हाट एग्जैक्टली द एनकोडर इन इनपुट ट्रांसड्यूसर इज डूइंग? मतलब एनकोडर क्या कर रहा है इनपुट ट्रांसड्यूसर में जो आपने बताया, वो सिग्नल के साथ कैसे मतलब मैनिपुलेट कर?
So you are asking here, this is transducer.
Yes sir, encoder and input transducer.
Yeah, actually you remember, you see, when you have voice signal, you have video signal. So that is not the electrical signal. So this building, the first block diagram is the main thing here, which will first convert the electrical signal. Then after doing the electrical signal, but this transmitter is digital transmitter, remember. So this is the digital communication system. So we need the digital signal. So what will be this first block diagram is doing? So that is discretizing in terms of time. The first is discretization in terms of time, which is we say the sampling. The second is discretization in the amplitude. So you are giving some values to the amplitude. So that is your quantization. Okay. After doing discretization in time and amplitude, you just place the source encoder. ये चार्जर लगाना, चार्जर बैटरी खत्म हो, चार्जर. So So what will happen? So you would just place the source encoder. So source encoder actually changing the discretization in time and amplitude into the bit. So that is your the message word. Okay. समझ में आया?
हाँ, यस सर।
ठीक है, तो ये पहला जो काम है, ये आपका सिग्नल आपको वैसा मिल रहा है, वीडियो और वो ऑडियो. सो दैट इज योर नॉट इलेक्ट्रिकल सिग्नल. सो ट्रांसड्यूसर एक्चुअली चेंज दैट इनटू इलेक्ट्रिकल सिग्नल. देन उसके बाद सैम्पलिंग एंड क्वांटाइजेशन हो रहा है. सैम्पलिंग वो आपको टाइम में डिस्क्रिटाइज कर रहा है और क्वांटाइजेशन आपको दोनों में चेंज कर रहा है एम्पलीट्यूड. बट उस जैसे ही एम्पलीट्यूड में डिस्क्रिटाइज हो गया और वो टाइम में हो गया, यू विल हैव टू असाइन सम बिट. वो कोडिंग आप कैसे करेंगे? दैट इज डूइंग सोर्स इनकोडर. यहाँ इसके बाद आपको डिजिटल वर्ड मिला. सो दैट इज द डिजिटल वर्ड, एंड दैट डिजिटल वर्ड यू विल हैव टू सेंड थ्रू दिस actually digital system, digital transmitter. Okay, anyone?
सर
And हाँ पूछो. स्पर्श
सर
पूछो.
सर कोडिंग का ये हम जो एनकोडर कर रहा है या कोडिंग कर रहे हैं, डिकोडिंग कर रहे हैं, ये आप सिलेबस में है पढ़ाएंगे या फिर ये एब्स्ट्रैक्ट के तौर पे हमें बाहर से कुछ पढ़ना?
या स्पर्श देखो बच्चे, ये कोडिंग वाला जो पोर्शन है, सो इसका ना जो पल्स कोड मॉड्यूलेशन में हम लोगों ने पढ़ा था कि कैसे कोड में कन्वर्ट करता है. सो कुछ है मतलब नॉट इन डिटेल, बट आई विल जस्ट टेल यू कि कैसे हम असाइन करेंगे यूजिंग सम सिंपल कोडिंग. ओके, बहुत सारे कोडिंग है. नोट. हाँ पूछो.
सर जो ये इंफॉर्मेशन का कॉन्सेप्ट है कि हम डिजिटल कंटिन्यूअस इंफॉर्मेशन को डिजिटल में कन्वर्ट कर रहे हैं, तो इसमें लॉस तो हो रहा है थोड़ा बहुत इंफॉर्मेशन का.
हाँ बिल्कुल
है ना सर?
हाँ.
तो ये जो इंफॉर्मेशन थ्योरी वाला पार्ट है, ये क्या आप रिकमेंड करेंगे कि हम बाहर से पढ़ें थोड़ा बहुत एक्स्ट्रा?
हाँ, ये जो शैनन थ्योरम वगैरह है, ये थोड़ा सा स्लाइटली आप लोग बाहर से पढ़ लो, क्योंकि आपका सिलेबस बहुत बड़ा है. एंड ये सिलेबस जो लास्ट सेमेस्टर में था, लास्ट सेमेस्टर में भी हमारा ऑनलाइन में ना एक्चुअली आप देख सकते हो बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम है. सो इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू कवर ईच एंड एवरीथिंग. तो चीजों को ना कुछ नोट्स के थ्रू होगा, बोर्ड पे होता है तो अच्छा लगता है, बट ये है कि आप थोड़ा सा ये इंफॉर्मेशन वाला पार्ट थोड़ा सा देख लेना, और जहां जरूरत होगी आई विल एक्चुअली गिव यू इन स्मॉल ब्रीफ में मैं बता दूंगा कि कैसे कैसे करना. बट इंफॉर्मेशन का हाँ सॉरी हाँ
सर एक डाउट हो रहा है.
हाँ
कि जो ये आपने बताया कि कॉन्टिन्यूअस जो इंफॉर्मेशन, मतलब जब हम डिजिटल यूज कर रहे हैं, हम डिजिटल चैनल यूज कर रहे हैं क्योंकि वो आसान है, उसका कॉस्ट कम है लार्ज स्केल में.
हाँ हाँ.
लेकिन इसकी कोई क्या थ्योरेटिकल लिमिट है कि हम उसे किस हद तक कॉन्टिन्यूअस तौर पे यूज कर सकते हैं? जहाँ पे मान लो हमें नया सिस्टम डिजाइन करना है जहाँ हमें कॉन्टिन्यूअस की जरूरत है, तो उसकी क्या कोई थ्योरेटिकल लिमिट है, या वो कितना भी ज्यादा क्वांटिटी में?
हाँ, इसका बच्चे इसका ना एक जो शैनन थ्योरम है ना, शैनन थ्योरम वो बैंडविड्थ से रिलेटेड है. सो दैट विल गिव यू द लिमिटेशन. बट शैनन थ्योरम के बाद भी आगे भी काम चल रहा है. एक सर्टेन लिमिट तक शैनन थ्योरम यूज होती थी पहले, बट अब उसके बाद भी यूज करने लगे हैं. दैट इज बेस्ड ऑन द बैंडविड्थ कि एक सिग्नल की कितनी बैंडविड्थ होती है, दैट स्पेसिफाई ओके दिस. बट दिस इज टोटली इंफॉर्मेशन थ्योरी. अगर आप उसी को पूछोगे तो फिर कम्युनिकेशन छूट जाएगा. ठीक है. हाँ, क्वेश्चन अच्छा है, बट वो इन्फॉर्मेशन थ्योरी में है. शैनन थ्योरी ऑफ, उसको शैनन थ्योरी भी कहते हैं. शैनन आप सर्च करोगे ना गूगल पे शैनन लिमिट, तो वो आपको लिमिट बता देगा कि क्या है, कैसे बैंडविड्थ से रिलेटेड. ठीक है.
ओके सर, थैंक यू.
एनीवन एनी क्वेश्चन पूछो. देखो थोड़ा सा पढ़ाने में डिफिकल्टी हो सकती है बिकॉज आई एम नॉट फेमिलियर विद दिस डिवाइस. ये मुझे कल ही मैं लाया इसको वहां से, वरुण से लिया एक्चुअली. स्कूल में खरीदा इन्होंने, और ये थोड़ा दूसरे किस्म का है. ये एग्जैक्टली वो नहीं है जैसा ये अरविंद यूज करता था कि उसमें दिखता था लिखता हुआ. तो ये ब्लैक टैबलेट है, पेन टैबलेट. तो वो कोऑर्डिनेशन हो नहीं पा रहा मुझसे ना. मैं करूंगा प्रैक्टिस, बट करेंगे, कोशिश करेंगे तो वो हो जाएगा. एनीवन? राजीव, राजेश, साई विकास?
नो प्रॉब्लम.
नो प्रॉब्लम्स.
अच्छा अच्छा. प्रेमलता? नवरत्न? देखो सुनो, हाँ अनवरत्न बोलो.
No, sir. There is no doubt.
अच्छा सुनो, देखो आप लोग हमारे स्टूडेंट हो और हम से अगर जहाँ पे भी आप लोगों को लगता है कि कहीं पर डाउट है या मैं कहीं ठीक तरह से एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर पा रहा तो प्लीज इंटरप्ट मी। सो वो फिर दोबारा से एक्सप्लेन हो जाएगा, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। बट फील कंफर्ट कि आपको अगर कहीं पे दिक्कत हो रही है, यू जस्ट आस्क मी। और ये इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक है और हम लोगों ने प्रिंसिपल ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन पढ़ा था, उसका एक्सटेंशन है ये। And because all of you are doing the electronic communication engineering, so the communication is one of the part of your actually main thing. तो ये आपको आना ही चाहिए, ये बड़ा वो है, थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट भी है ये वाला। दिस पोर्शन इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट, मैथमेटिकल पोर्शन वाला जो है। मानसी, सॉरी क्या नाम है उस लड़की का, मैं भूल गया। मानसी है, क्या नाम है? मनाली अच्छा नहीं। So I just I have 2 minutes. I'm just actually sharing my screen. So ये last वाला जो है, actually I'm just taking my last one notes. Please revise that notes. That will be useful. So ये we just discussed in the last class. All of you seen. Are you getting my screen? Anyone, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is my actually it's hand written notes और ये बड़ा मेहनत किया था आप लोगों के लिए simple बनाने के लिए। So you please revise these things. So pulse modulation, what is pulse modulation? Amplitude, duration or position when we change with respect to the of the carrier of amplitude, duration which change with the message signal. This is your pulse modulation. Pulse modulation में भी आपका analog pulse modulation है। Otherwise I will discuss in next class in detail. So that because after doing this we will do some numericals. So this is again the same theory how we can do discretization. So please revise these things. और इसके बाद फिर ये मुझे आज कराना था बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली इतना समय नहीं है, तो इसमें 1-2 न्यूमेरिकल कराने थे मुझे। I just want to do this. This is one numerical. So another time is over. I just finish in 1 minute. So this is one numerical. Anyone, if anyone can do this, so do this on your notebook. Just write this numerical. An analog signal is expressed by the equation xt equal 3 cos 50 pi t plus tan psi 300 pi t minus cos 100 pi t. Calculate the Nyquist rate for this signal. Okay. ठीक है, सभी ने नोट कर लिया क्वेश्चन? अरे भाई कोई तो बोलो, एनी भाई।
सर रुको।
सर
हाँ अच्छा सुनो, और मैं आप लोगों को अपने हैंड्स नोट्स बने बनाए अपने जो हाथ से बना रहा हूँ वो मैं शेयर करता रहूंगा। और आप लोग YouTube पे जाओ या कहीं पे भी जाओ, बहुत सारे वीडियो अवेलेबल है। NPTEL पे IIT बॉम्बे वाला तो वो देखना, NPTEL IIT कानपुर वाला भी देख सकते हैं आप लोग, तो बहुत सारे हैं। तो you can use those videos to understand the subject. And in fact I am also giving the notes. So notes भी आप लोगों को थोड़ा हेल्प करेंगे। और नोट्स आपके 3 बुक से ही होंगे, एज आई ऑलरेडी मेंशन, पीपी लाठी, साइमन हैकिंस और स्कलर, these 3 books. So इस न्यूमेरिकल को करना आप लोग, Nyquist rate निकालना। सभी ने नोट कर लिया?
यस सर।
चलो ठीक है। अच्छा अगर किसी को कोई दिक्कत हो तो प्लीज आस्क मी, अभी फिर क्लास खत्म करते हैं क्योंकि उसके बाद मुकेश की क्लास है। और कभी भी ऐसा मत समझना, प्लीज डोंट हेजिटेट, आप लोग फ्री है कभी भी क्वेश्चन पूछने के लिए। देखो जब तक आप क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछेंगे हम लोगों को नहीं पता है, क्योंकि अभी हमें बिल्कुल ब्लैक स्क्रीन है, कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा। आपके सामने बस फोटो लगे हुए, इनको पढ़ाना, फोटो भी नहीं है, कहीं ए लिखा हुआ कहीं वो लिखा हुआ, तो वो बड़ा डिफिकल्ट है। बट आप लोग पूछेंगे और तो वो इजी रहेगा। एंड वो आखिरी में तभी जाना जब मैं अटेंडेंस ले लूं। आई जस्ट क्लिक दिस ऑप्शन, तो वो अटेंडेंस ऑटोमेटिकली सेव हो जाएगी। अब 2 बच्चे चले गए, अब मैं उनका अटेंडेंस कैसे लूं? अब 36 बचा। चलो चलो मैंने अटेंडेंस ले लिया, आप लोगों का सेव हो गया। और किसी को भी कोई डाउट हो प्लीज पूछ लेना, बाद में भी पूछ सकते हैं। स्पर्श ब्लैक बॉक्स का मतलब आप लोगों को नहीं, मैं ब्लैक बॉक्स का मतलब है अपनी स्क्रीन को पढ़ा आप उसको अपने पे मत लेना प्लीज। ठीक है, चलो ओके। और नेक्स्ट क्लास जब भी होगी देन वी विल डिस्कस इन डिटेल दिस सैम्पलिंग क्वांटाइजेशन। उसके बाद कुछ न्यूमेरिकल करके फिर हम आगे पैम जो है ना, जो हमने लास्ट सेमेस्टर में डिस्कस किया था वही सब रिवाइज करना, बिकॉज वही आपका सिलेबस का पार्ट है। और उसको रिवाइज इसलिए इस तरह से करेंगे कि आप लोगों को कॉन्सेप्ट जो क्लियर हो जाए, क्योंकि लास्ट सेमेस्टर में जस्ट नोट्स प्रोवाइड किए थे। आई डोंट नो कि लोगों ने कितना पढ़ा था। ठीक है, ठीक है ईशान।
ओके
Yes, sir.
चलो चलो ओके बाय। चलो ठीक है, और फिर कभी भी कॉल करके पूछ सकते हैं क्वेश्चन।
ओके, थैंक यू सर।
थैंक यू, ओके ओके बाय।